It is a reality. We have had more rains now than we have had on average in the last 30 years.
To blame the appalling state of the road network in Jamaica today on climate change is just totally disingenuous.
Well, Mark Golding is just one flipping, flopping, two-mouth, cutlass, hypocritical type of individual. No wonder Dr. Landmore said we need to question his decision-making capability. Even though Dr. Campbell indirectly said he's SPS, he's not wrong. But check out what took place in Parliament yesterday.
Spent over our 9 years, prorated to their 4.5 years in their last administration, we have spent far more on road maintenance, road construction, road repair. I also want to make a point. The leader of the opposition can seek to appeal to a base understanding of the challenges. Yes, government must just fix the road, whether it's rain cause it or a breakaway or whatever. Fix the road. We accept that. Fix the roads. And that is what we have been doing. But to fix the roads, Mr. Speaker, you must understand why the roads are in the state they are. And Mr. Speaker, you cannot ignore that we had the highest level of rainfall in the last 30 years. That is not something to ignore. It is a reality. We have had more rains now than we have had on average in the last 30 years. So you can't just dismiss that as if to say that had no impact on the roads. Obviously. That's the same administration, the same opposition who just stood up and said that they are happy that the government is taking climate change seriously because it is having an impact on our economy and our infrastructure. And then now to stand up and say, no, it's not having any impact. You can't have it both ways. You can't flip-flop. You can't on one way say climate change is having an impact and then turn around and say, no, it's not having an impact. You can't flip-flop. Come on. The highest level of hypocrisy. So November rainfall 2024 was quite unusual. It is clear that what we experienced in November 2024 was off the charts. Jamaica is not the only country experiencing these challenges. Mr. Speaker, I would like to read into the record of Parliament the experience of Costa Rica from a news report dated the 22nd of November 2024. The recent heavy rains in Costa Rica have caused significant damage to the country's already deteriorating road network. According to the National Roads Council, many national roads have been affected by issues including landslides, flooding, and severe infrastructure damage. Key problems reported including washed out soil, cracked asphalt, and collapsed slopes. This is exactly what has happened in Jamaica.
Climate change is not the excuse. It's not an excuse that can absolve you from responsibility for their stewardship of the road network over the last 9 years.
Jamaica, regardless of the gibberish Mr. Mark Golding is talking, I'm gonna let you hear from the U.S. Secretary of Transportation. Well, former Secretary of Transportation, considering that he run under the Joe Biden administration that just recently dissolved. Listen carefully.
The reality is the effects of climate change are already upon us in terms of our transportation. Our climate is evolving, our policies and our technology and our infrastructure have to evolve accordingly too. These projects matter enormously. To communities feeling the impacts of climate change, our resilience programs matter.
You see what I'm talking about? Jamaica, hypocritical, flipping, flopping to its own self, trying to take Jamaicans for a fool. I think Miss Langmore was so right when he stated that his ability to make decisions need to be in question based upon how he operates. Yes, there are road infrastructural halt, damages, potholes. But remember, Jamaica never just started 9 years ago. There are lots of reasons why we have certain road conditions, and one of it, based on renowned by so much countries, are testing to it is the change of climate control. America tests to it. Even the president of Barbados,
the pandemic has taught us.
She also tests to it. Other countries are test to it, and also what Mr. Holness stated. The rain, the volume of rain that took place in 2024 is something for the record books. Rainfall we have not ever witnessed within 30 years. And of course, it's gonna bring infrastructural damages. There are lots of reasons why we have this road condition, and one reason is that there wasn't, after the road was laid for over 60 years, there was not a road rehabilitation or a substantial rehabilitation program until now, which is a Spark program. There has never been. So instead of them trying to criticize and trying to blame this and blame that, you need to acknowledge that this government came to a super solution to try to mitigate, help solve this road condition that we are having in our country, and stop from to play blame game, because in actuality, for 18 years, the road network in Jamaica has been, halted. No development, just patching, and also the patching program that you had basically talk about. You're gonna make Jamaica patrol free in 2003. They might even came to tuition. Did not came to tuition. So I think you guys to just shut your mouth and let the Prime Minister, let the JLP government do their works in creating better road network for the country. Come on, the country road has been over 60 years old. It was not made to basically traffic this amount of traffic. The vehicle are increasing in Jamaica, the weather, the climate change, and also there was not sufficient rehabilitation program to begin with. So do not come here and talk and acting like it is 9 here. We have road problem in Jamaica.
I was watching a television program, and the reporter asks an ordinary citizen, so what do you think about the patching program? No answer to that. They can't knows. Yeah, this is the patching, but when am I going to fix the road? So yes, we're doing patching, which is a separate program to give immediate relief so that you can have ease in driving, and as you drive across Jamaica, you're seeing crews all over mobilized doing patching. But we're also doing the Spark program, which is now the full rehabilitation of the road. And it's very, very important for me to say this, because I might say it once, I may say it twice, and I believe that everybody understands it, because there's so much information to be distracting. And you can't take it for granted that you actually understand what you say when you speak. So you have to say it over and over again in different ways. The patching program is different from the road rehabilitation and reconstruction program. The patching program, so far, we have $2 billion under the REACH program, and we have $2 billion under an emergency program designed to treat with important road corridors. And then we have a $45 billion road program to fix over 660 roads, including pipe laying and other critical road infrastructure that has never before been done.
This prevents proper management, planning and budgeting for road maintenance.
It will go over time.
We intend to solve
almost every day. Since December to now, the crews have been out here doing roads, and you're going to see much more of that being rolled out. So I will say this, Jamaica is in a fairly good place now to be able to address in a sustainable and enduring way the road conditions that we have.